Good afternoon and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we will be transforming Transformers Studio Series Gamerverse Megatron from their robot mode into their hover tank mode. Yeah, this time the H in H tank stands for hover tank. So if you like what you see here and you want to help me raise awareness for the blind through alternative means and methods, then please go below and hit the like button, share this video with r/blind because I like screwing with that moderator. And uh, also, if you wouldn't mind, hit the comment button and leave me a comment. Tell me about what you think of this channel. Like, is there anything I can improve on or anything like that? Let me know. And also, what do you think of the Gamerverse series so far? I've only managed to get 2 of these Transformers, and the Optimus Prime is pretty good, and this Megatron's all right. But we're going to talk today about some issues with this Megatron's transformation and a step-by-step transformation video. And by the way, this is a step-by-step verbal instructional video. Uh, this is for those of you who can't read those instruction manuals that your Transformers come with, and you still need a little help transforming it. And I'm here for that. That's why I'm here. So let's get into this guy and talk about his transformation. I hope I transformed him correctly into robot mode. He is a weird one. So first off, what we want to do is go ahead and take his backpack and pull it back down towards the ground below him, and then rotate it 180 degrees, and then pull it forwards. So it's going to actually rest above his head, okay? Once you've done that, that is great. You're well on your way to accomplishing this transformation. Next step is we want to take this arm, his right arm, the one that's got the siege peg at the top of it, and we're going to push it towards where that backpack used to be, and it will softly click into place. Then we want to make sure we've gotten that arm straightened out. Go ahead at this moment and feel where that siege port is on the lower arm, and go directly across from it to the other side of the arm, and behind this fist you will find there's this little lip, and let's see if I can get it. There we go. This little lip, I'll get it with my thumb, and you want to just pull that little lip down and move the hand into the spot that lip reveals, and then push it back up and it will snap into place. Okay? And we'll do the same thing with the other arm. Let's go ahead and rotate, pull down this chest piece. This chest piece can be a bit difficult to get. I advise using your fingernails to really get in between its little grooves. It's very, very well put together in that sense that it is hard to figure out that this entire chest piece actually folds down. Isn't that neat? But you got to really get in there to get it. The best way I found to find the edge is when the chest piece is in place, feel around right in the armpit area. You'll find there's all these bumps, and you can kind of fit your finger in. There's a little groove that will assist in pulling this down. So let's follow it up on the other side. Let's go ahead and pull that arm in. The left arm will fold over to where the chest used to be, and we're going to come over here to the hand and do the same process. Find those little grooves. He's got these weird little weird, I don't know what you would call them, but they're like blades on his forearm. Directly across from them is where the panel is to unfold, and then you're just going to fold that fist in there and fold that back up. You gotta give cream some love. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that's folded into the inside of the arm, and we're going to utilize the double hinged method with this elbow and fold this arm up completely. Sadly, it does not click into place or anything. It just kind of free floats there. But you do want to make sure that you folded it well enough so it's not going to get in the way of this chest piece. The chest piece and this piece just kind of hang out. They don't actually click into anything to make you feel satisfied with that transformation. That's all they do. They just do that. So let's lower this leg so it's not interfering with that. Make sure that that's straight and that's straight. Okay, now that arm folded. Wait, no, I don't need this arm to fold back where it was. Oh, this arm there. Okay, all right. We're just going to raise that up a bit. Now we're going to talk about the legs here, and these are weird. Okay, and getting them to transform correctly can be a pain. So let me make sure I do this right. Rotate the hips 180 degrees, all right? And then what we're going to do is feel around the back of his leg, right where the heel's at, and just go ahead and push on the heel, and the back of the leg will fold out. Yeah, there's nothing that clicks to really hold the his leg stuff together, which is another thing that I'm dissatisfied with this transformation. But go ahead and pull both of those bits down, so it's just all this crazy space there. But you don't want to fold them down all the way because we need to shove his foot, the front of his foot, into that hollow section. So let's rotate this around. All right, so the front of the foot's going to fold inwards. The toe folds up, and then the rest of the foot will fold up into a little ball, and then this will fold over that. Okay, so let's do the underfoot. Let's go ahead and fold the toe up. Toes folded, and then this folds in further. There we go. And now this piece will fold out further. There we are. All right, now we're going to fold the heel down, and the heel will become the side of the tank armor, right? And then do the same with the other one. Excellent. Now we're going to come over here to these hover tank bits that are folded down, and we're going to fold each of them up, and let's make sure we get that one folded up. There it goes, and there it goes. Okay, they are a little difficult to fold up, but they do have a resting position, and it is easy to find that resting position. You get a couple of soft clicks. There we go. Okay, now we've got the hover bits unfolded. We've got the tank sides unfolded. We've got this arm laying here across his back. All right, now let's go ahead and put his chest towards the ground. And this thing that was his backpack is facing forwards. Okay, this is the weird step. This is where you have to be very careful in this transformation or you'll get it wrong. Trust me, I've been getting it wrong all day. So collapse the knee like he's going to be sitting, but then rotate that foot, that area, 100 and not 180 degrees, just 90 degrees. You just want to rotate it 90 degrees, okay? So next step, let's do the same here. Let's go ahead and fold that and then rotate 90 degrees. And what we're doing is we're rotating so that the hover bits will be facing down on each side and the armor will be facing up on each side, okay? Now, make sure that's folded as well as it will fold, and that's folded as well as it will fold. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's come under here and let's straighten these things out. Collapse that chest piece down a bit. Maybe fold that arm as best you can. Some more. I know, I really hate the left arm. The left arm is one of my least favorite parts of this transformation. And so is how these legs transform. So make sure that the right arm is folded down and it's straight down his back area. Because this part is weird and this part is annoying and I absolutely dislike it. Okay, so we've got all this stuff lined up around here. Now we've got to actually connect it together. So on the right arm, you'll find there's the siege peg port. Make sure it's facing towards the ceiling. And then on the sides, there are these little rectangular pegs. And on the inside of each leg that folds over, you'll find that there is a rectangular peg spot for it to click into place. It never wants to click into place though, so just be aware of that. There's nothing that makes it click, at least not yet. So you want to make sure that you put it in those spots, and you want to make sure that you've squeezed those spots down, because once we get going with this guy, he's going to be really hard to put this piece in. So you want to make sure you're careful with it. Find those darn little slots that are hidden, and make sure that they are in there correctly. There we go. Okay. We got it. Excellent. No, we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. That isn't really connected, but I think it will work. I think it will work for what we're doing here. Okay, so now that we've got these bits connected in, we're going to come up here to the front, and we're going to discover what we screwed up. Always discover what you screwed up right before you finish. That is the case with this guy. All right. I'm going to make sure that we've gotten these bits down a bit further. Okay, everything's good there. Everything's good there. Okay. This is the part I don't like about him. There's nothing that helps stabilize this while you're messing with it. So if the hips rotate ever so slightly the wrong direction, or any of these leg pieces rotate in the wrong direction, and by the way, the leg can rotate in like 3 different ways, So while you're doing this, you're not going to have a good time all the time. But you got to make sure you squeeze while you're doing. Right. And now let's get this thing kind of connected. So at the very front of the tank sides, you'll find that there's this little tab right at the very front, little tab hole, and on this backpack thing that we unfolded, there's a tab in the inside of that. We're just going to get the tab and the tab hole to mesh up. And by the way, that doesn't happen very easily. We got to make sure we mash it up with both sides. There, that one's in. Okay, now this one, come on. We can get, no, I did the other one. Come on, get in there. Okay, all right, try this again. We've got to get these pieces connected. They never want to connect. And when they finally connect, if you screwed something up with these legs at any point, that connection will fail. And if it doesn't connect both sides at the same time, it will kind of fail too. Like that piece just disconnected from that side. Let's get this piece over here connected. Come on. All right, maybe if I rotate it, okay, maybe I had it rotated wrong. If I put it like this with the siege peg up, are you going to actually work better? Huh? Are you going to work better, or are you just going to cause Blind Pine more problems? You're just going to be a problem maker, aren't you? Yeah. Well, at least you fell into place on that side. Now, let's see if we can actually position this arm now that we have one side of this guy connected into place. For however long that connection stays. Let's try to get this. Come on now. All right, there's that. No, don't unconnect there. I'm just trying to move this piece here. I don't want you to disconnect over there while I'm trying to just slide this into the little home it belongs to. Oh, good. I got it in its little spot. Excellent. Now, if we can just get this one in its little spot, right there. All right, did we get it? Is it in its little spot? I sure hope it is. Let's see. I can't really tell now. So we think we got it. We think we got it in the right spot there. So that means that we just need to add some pressure there. Keep pressure so it doesn't accidentally pop out of that spot. And then we need to put pressure on the front at the same time to snap that piece in. Aha! There we go. There we are. Ah, crap. It disconnected from the other side. Ah, nuts. But you know what? This is as good as it's getting. That's the issue with this transformation. All right, there. By the way the transformation works, this hover tank just kind of hovers on the chest piece for Megatron. There's not really a way to fix that. You've got this hand thing that doesn't ever want to move around in there. Okay, there it is. That's as good as it's getting with that, sadly. And yeah, it doesn't want to squeeze down any further. And then this piece needs to pop up, and that piece is not popped up as far as it could be, or is it? It is. Okay, so there. That's a little better. Not enough though. Not enough. That stupid left arm really screws up this entire transformation. I hate this left arm. I really don't like it at all. And honestly, I think that this transformation would be a lot better if you didn't have that left arm. But let's finish this up with attaching his fusion cannon to that siege peg that we talked about at the front. There's a right way and a wrong way to plug in the siege cannon, by the way. And I'm doing it the wrong way, I think. Yep, no, I did it the right way. Cool. So I'm just going to rotate that down. And there you have it. Okay, so that piece is in. Now let's get his maul, and let's put his maul on top. All right. There's his maul. Excellent. Okay, so overall rating of this transformation, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Other people may give it a better score, but there's a few parts of this transformation that I don't like. I don't like the fact that after you've disconnected the knees, the legs can still rotate in like 3 different directions. So it can be difficult to rotate everything to the correct way in order to apply the panels to the sides. And the fact that there's nothing solid, like when you fold the legs on themselves, there's not a clip and a peg to let you know the right way you're doing it, so you can clip that peg in, and then you get a solid snap snap whenever you fold the legs correctly. And then there's nothing on any other part of the body that connects these legs to the actual body. Like on the interior core area, there's no pegs on the side. So when these legs fold over, they actually clip into the pegs. The only things that these legs clip into is this piece in the front that wiggles and moves, and this arm that also wiggles and moves. And those two pieces are not solid stationary points. They're not good hard points for a connection. And that's where you come across the trouble when you're transforming this individual. Like you've seen with the video here, I had difficulty actually getting all the legs to line up, and I still didn't get everything to line up as properly as it could be. That's the big failing with this transformation. Um, Hound and Brawn both did a very similar thing with the legs, and the difference is that Hound and Brawn had solid connection points for those legs to clasp onto. There was nothing that also wiggled. If you were moving the legs up, then you were moving them to a thing that doesn't have any sort of spin or movability. It is solid, it's stationary, and that can be a nice guard to ensure that you're folding things correctly and you're rotating stuff correctly. If everything can rotate, then you're just going to come across a mess, and you're going to have a mess at some point in the transformation, just because of how these legs work and how these side panels work. Everything about this transformation until those side panels and this left arm is pretty good. I like a lot of this stuff. This left arm just folds up and it doesn't do, there's nothing to clamp the arm into on the underside of this vehicle mode to let you know that you've done it the correct way. You just have to read the instruction manual and lay it in there and set it down. And I don't like that. This is not a very intuitive transformation. And this is honestly, it does a lot of cool stuff. Like they made the attempt to make something new, unique, and interesting, but I really wish they hadn't done the type of transformation that Brawn and Hound have with their legs. It's just not copacetic with this one, not at all. They could have accomplished something else with him, and honestly, it is a letdown with this guy's transformation and how just asinine it can be. But I know, kind of a sad video when it comes to that. So you know, here's a big orange cat to make it better. Isn't that a nice orange cat? Look at the cat. Forget the transformation. Isn't that right, Creed? Who's a good Creed? All right. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video, and please tune in to my channel, blind_prime, for more in-depth reviews from a blind person's perspective, as well as other transformation videos. I've got multiple playlists in my playlist section, my Blindformers, More Than Eight Meets the Eye, and my G.I. Joe Classified playlist here. So go check me out. Check out some of my playlists, watch them, and I'll leave you at that. Tune in tomorrow. We will be covering the vehicle mode for Megatron here and talking about its pros and cons in an in-depth review of just the vehicle mode. Until next Pride, bye-bye for now.